Let's look at the action panel. What you see laid out on here with these icons are different things. These two are very simple. This is your page back and page forward. If you look down here in our tray, we have no pages. I'm going to add a page. With that, we have a page. Now you see how you can bounce back and forth between your pages. You have an undo and redo button. So if you have something on the page that you don't want to have, say you have some text that you've typed in, you can undo it and see what it looks like, or you can put it back. Pretty simple and straightforward. Now, as far as pages, you can also take and get rid of pages. All you have to do is highlight and click delete page, that'll get rid of it. You can also come directly here on the page, click on it, and you will see a delete page here. So as you can see, a lot of the same commands, right clicking like I've been saying, it will always find you, or using a drop down. Up here, this one is open file, just as open file right here. So works the same. This is just for saving. This X is a delete. So if you have something you want to get rid of on the page, simply select it, click on X, and it'll delete. One thing, the reason that didn't delete is because I made a simple mistake. I did not go back to select, so let's select, and now you can delete. Let me undo that. You can also delete by right clicking and choosing delete, also just clicking on the little drop down. Pretty straightforward and simple. Right here, we showed this earlier. This was also what you found from up off the context menu. That is your screen shade. All you have to do is click on it, and you can use it as a reveal to only show portions of the screen. So you can have questions up, you can have a picture that you can slowly reveal wanting to find out, and just to get out of it, X out. Also, you can do from left to right, or right to left. Now let's take a look right here. You have tables. This is for inserting tables. You can come through, you can choose the size table you want and do that. You can also come down through here and do custom tables where you put in the size just like you did for using insert. You can give an option for the squares, have it do square cells, and remember the dimensions for any new tables that come on. So right there's that, and you can see how easy that would be for making it a game or whatever you want to. Now let's go ahead and undo that. Your screen back up. Below that, you have your measurement tools. What this does is it lets you bring in your tools when you're working with math, and as you can see here, it lets us measure. You can move it around. You can change the angle. Of course, it has the drop down over here so that you can either clone it, delete it, whatever you need to do. You also have, with your measurement tools, you have a protractor, so you can measure angles. These are great math tools. Combination protractor triangle. And the final part is a compass. The compass is really neat because it will allow you to draw perfect circles just like you were working with it. So it will also let you measure how many degrees and what the radius is. So great tool, and it has this drop down right here. Okay, now that we've cluttered up our page, you can always come back through here and we can select a lot of this and delete it to clear everything up. Okay, once we leave the tools, you have right here the view screens. We've been through part of this before. Let's go over it another time. Here you have your full screen view. Your full screen view is what you would use once you've created a presentation or lesson in Smart Notebook to hide all the tools. And in turn, you would come down here, and this is where you find everything from your action panel and your tool panel right here. To get out of it, simply click right here and it will take it out. Right here you can click and get toolbar options, which will give you more options on here. And if you need to extend the page, you can click there and you can extend the page. That's what that is. Okay, let's get out of this. Transparent background. Transparent background is one of my favorites. If you have a web page open, let's take and say, I'm going to go ahead and bring this up. We've got this web page. I'm smart. I'm going to come back and bring Notebook up. And I come over and I click on transparent background. It's going to show whatever I have up there, and in this case that apple is still there. So move it off to the side. But if you have a website up for the kit with the students, if you have a website up and want to work on it with the students, you can do this. Bring it up, do the transparency as we just did. Come down here, click on your pens and highlighters. Go in here and choose. You don't have to click there to start off with. You actually should come in here. And I want to choose a highlighter to start with, and I'll do a green since it always stands out to me. And say you're reading sentences and talking about certain things, you can come through and highlight parts of a sentence. It depends on what lesson you're teaching and what you might want to show. So it's a great way of coming in and adding on things, being able to write, circle, put notes. So it depends on what age your students are that you're working with. Okay, let's get back out of here. Need to get rid of that pen. Dual page display is really neat. Before we go there, as you can see, all that travels back with you. So it's something you'd want to use for temporary stuff. That way you can take and do your markup and then come back and remove it. I will go ahead and leave this on here for right now. You can have dual page, and what that allows you to do is click on it, and you can have two pages side by side, page 1 and page 2, and you can do comparisons or whatever you want to. Just another way of having a different view. Also, you can come in and you can even screen shade one and have it hid, so you could have questions here and answers there. Just whatever you decide to do. As you saw, I used the screen shade from here instead of going over here. Now, if you do single page display, this takes us back to what we should have normally. Okay. All these are your increased magnifications on your page. Right now, let's say we want to increase it to 150%, which takes it down from what it is. Let's go back to 300, so you can see how it changes everything. Okay. Go back to page width, which is what I had. This is what I like to work out of. You have page width and you have entire page. Entire page does show you the entire page, and depending on what you're working on, may decide your view. But for me, simply, a lot of times if it's just getting up and doing stuff straight on the board, it's not actually prepared, I usually just go with the page width. Okay, over beside that you have Smart Response 2, and you have Smart Lab, and you have your add-ons. We will be dealing with these later. Let's move on to the next section on the tool panel.